Welcome, my name is Melanie, and you are watching Core Inspiration, a channel designed with social work students and professionals in mind. First semester of the MSW program. You applied, you got it. And now you're about to start your first semester and you're like, okay, well, what do I do? What do I anticipate? What do I expect? I have some tips today. So first things first, the process of getting your books. So if you're new to the school or you're new to the campus, you definitely want to make your way over to the bookstore. I'm not sure how that looks like or what that looks like or detail. Some people have a bookstore that contracted out, but it's actually on the campus. So you'll definitely find out the happenings of that. Make sure that you follow up with them to get that the hours of the bookstore and all that. But yeah, I normally do as like a point of reference. I normally wait till I talk to my professor, or if I have an actual if I have an actual picture of the actual textbook, then I'll go ahead and purchase it. But sometimes bookstores are really funny about you purchasing a book and then having to return it back. And, I really am not one to have to go through all the hassle. So normally for that first week, I'm not purchasing books. I'm normally confirming with my professor that this is the actual book, and then after I confirm, then I'm going out to purchase. But like I said, you do what's suitable for you and per the guidelines of your professor, your institution, and what you feel is best for you. I'm just offering what I would do in my experience. So yeah, definitely with the books, because you want to make sure that you're getting an adequate book. I know a lot of times people make books, and some professors are kind of lenient depending on the edition, but you have some professors that do not want you to get a lower edition. They want you to get the very specific book that they're telling you about, and they have their every reason for that, because they're teaching from that and they probably want that version. So that's one thing, making sure that you have all your identification. Like, make sure that you have copies of that, make sure that you have that available and accessible, so that when it's time for you to purchase in the bookstore, that you can quickly go in and go out, that you're really not having to make several trips, where you can kind of prepare yourself a little bit more. So that's like a FYI. Most people know that, but hey, this channel is for anyone, and you may be new and don't know it. So I'm just sharing my little knowledge. Coursework. So when you're actually, meeting your teachers, meeting your professors, and meeting some of your cohorts, and looking at some of the courses, the design of the course, and looking at the coursework and what all the class would detail, you're probably like, this is too much work. But do not fret. Know that each test, each section goes by a particular schedule, and you always try to prepare yourself as much as possible. Just take it in segments. I know it's easy to kind of get overwhelmed when you're looking at all the many projects, but make sure that you also, I would definitely say this is a FYI, and this is really big. It's something that's kind of overlooked a little bit, but I would definitely say it's FYI, and really landing you those premium grades, like those A's, when you look at the assignment. But not only just look at the assignment with the assignment details and what it calls for, but find the rubric. Find the rubric for that particular assignment, because what that does, in collaboration with the syllabus, and you have a rubric, you're able to actually look and decide and see verbatim what that assignment or project or paper is detailing. And you always can confirm with your teacher. You always confirm with your professor to follow up to make sure. But 9 out of 10, if you've gotten that rubric and you've gotten that syllabus for that assignment, you really can't miss it. If you'll be pretty much spot on for the assignment, and that's a good way to ensure that you are really getting, your A's and good grades. Because we're not in grad school to play no games, are we? No, ma'am, we're not. So that's another thing I would definitely say that's beneficial to helping you survive your first semester. Knowing how to, I guess you can say, like, attack your work, like really breaking it down in segments to know exactly not only I got all these assignments to do, but what does each assignment detail? Because you may have to have a paper written, and he or she may want you to write a paper about 5 different portions of it. And then each of those 5 things, there may be 2 to 3 questions that you have to answer per question. So those 5 questions now elaborated, and that's probably a whole nother video. APA 6th edition, that's a whole nother video, because I'm gonna probably have to do another video on that. I'm just gonna spare you for the moment, but if you're in your first semester APA, this is a social science degree. That's our base. So we are APA all day. No MLA, that is been over with. So definitely reach out to your writing tools, your writer labs, anybody that does any tutoring. You definitely want to increase that because you're going to be doing a lot of reading. You're going to be doing a lot of writing. And it's important that you know how to read big text. It's important that you read with purpose in regards to being, knowing how to read critically, so you're not just skimming through papers and spending hours and then you're really not retaining anything, but really reading critically. And that's another video. So I'm really getting inspired here by giving you guys some of my takeaway. So first semester. So by now you're kind of seeing people, you're kind of filling them out, seeing, okay, I think I like her. I don't know if I don't really know his personality or her personality. I don't really know how to take that person. So everybody's kind of filling everybody out at this point. And hopefully you have been able to connect with a couple of people, or at least just one person. Because it's the first semester, and you may be a social butterfly, so you may be connected with the whole class, but you may be more introverted, or you could be extroverted and still, I think we all are kind of a combination of both, but you may have not necessarily found anyone that you really have, confided in, or that, that kind of click with you. But I just encourage you to do that because you're going to need that support, throughout the whole year. You may not need it as much as in the beginning, but things happen. And even at the beginning, things happen as well. So it's always good to have that second eye or that other person that's going to support you, because in return, they're going to need your support. So I definitely would say in the mix of gazing, you're going to see in that syllabus that you have some group projects. So we just go crazy for group projects, right? So yes, I definitely would say that I had to do some growing in this area myself. I never really, the dynamics of groups can be so different, You can have one class and one professor and have a group, and then you have another class and have a group, and it'd be a totally different experience. But I would just say be positive for the most part. I will also say be open-minded, because this is the field of social work. When really it sets you up for the real life experience. If you're a person that really doesn't have a whole lot of experience in working in any type of industry or not in the social work field, a lot of times you're not going to like everybody that you work with. And that's just true. But you don't have to be nasty. You don't have to be rude. You can still be respectful and allow people to be able to expound upon what they want to do and what they know and what they want to offer, and you collaborate. And sometimes that's easier said than done. Of course, I will always say try to figure out a way that you can work it out on yourself, but I wouldn't wait to the last minute either to reach out to a professor if you feel like, hey, you have a situation and it's kind of, progressing and it's no resolve coming from it after you've already tried to, make things work. But hopefully your group dynamics is perfect. It's rocking. You love the people that you work with. People are accountable, doing their portion. But if not, just be encouraged, hang in there, do your portions of it. Lend help for other people, because sometimes people are needing assistance with certain things. Sometimes because that you're still kind of new, they may not lend all of that information, like, hey, I'm not really strong in this area. So sometimes you can, be a leader in where you're at and just offer additional assistance, and that helping them may open up to you. They may open up to you and say, hey, I really appreciated that. I kind of struggle in this area, but I'm good in this area. So it's a give and exchange, you can kind of do what you're good in. They can do what they're good in, and you get the assignment done, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about providing a quality assignment, a quality project, and presenting a quality presentation. And it needs to be collaborative. It doesn't need to be one person did all the work. So that's another thing that I would say. Just be open-minded into groups. Group assignments is not the end of the world. It's something that you're really going to have to do in your actual profession. So you may not have to do it all the time, but you're probably going to run up against having to either be in a meeting with different people and have to collaborate on a particular work project. So it is very conducive to the real life experience. So the group projects are not going anywhere, but you're going to be building upon a skill set. So keep that in mind. The professors by now. So now you've had the chance to say, hey, okay, this professor teaches this way. I totally get it. I totally love it. This professor they give examples. They make sure that you get it before they move on. They give you so much support text. They give you the PowerPoints. They're really just so supportive of just really helping you understand the material. So you think everybody's going to be like that? No, every professor is a different person, has a different teaching style. And I would tell you this. You may be in a place where you're just like, I hate my professor. I hate him. I can't do this. I can't deal with it. I just want to challenge you to let you know, yes, you can. You can do it. Now, this may have to, after you really assess yourself to see, okay, are you doing everything you possibly can? Because a lot of times we get frustrated because they don't teach it the way we want to sometimes get it or the way we understand it. But we have to understand that they are teaching to many different types of levels of people understanding and learning. So you have auditory learners, you have visual learners, you have a combination of both. You have people that are hands-on, so they have to really teach and have a dynamic way of numerous ways of how they how they lecture. So just identify which one that best resonates with you and your learning style, so that way you're able to grasp the material. And I will also say, follow up with your professors. If it's something that you're not really getting, always have that door open so that you can either go to their office hours or send out an email and say, hey, I really want to make sure that I'm successful in your class, but I'm having a problem here, or I need some additional clarifications here. So don't be afraid to establish that relationship with your professor as well, because they want you to get the material. They really do. They may have a different way and approach, and sometimes you never know, that may help them be able to change some aspect of how they teach it, because other students may have had similar concerns. So I would definitely say advocate for yourself. This is a part of your profession, so just advocate for those things that you feel like you need, and always in a respectful manner, of course, but I don't have to tell you that because you're a social worker. All right, so let's see. And I think the last thing really is just feeling like overwhelmed. Like, you're looking at all these assignments, you're looking at, if some of you guys are working, some of you guys are parents, you're looking like, how in the world can I get all this stuff done? Like work, and I got, so many, just that work-life, school-life balance. And I've heard some people say it's really no true balance, it's an alignment. But I say you have to do what you have to do to make you, smooth for you. No one knows your lifestyle like you know. But I know just basic the components of time management, organization, and being prepared is going to help you. The more you organize, the more you prepare, the more you manage your time, the better you'll be. And I'm not going to say you're going to get that spot on every time, because life happens, and sometimes you're just not going to have, everything, spotless and, everything just in order all the time, because you are, taking on a sacrifice right now. You're taking on a whole load. And that load comes with internships and additional meetings and assignments and things that you have to do outside of the classroom just to make the work completed inside the classroom, and not even talking about your work responsibilities, your domesticated responsibilities, anything that's outside of what you do outside of school. Those are just as important as school, and they require your time as well. But I just say that if you can organize yourself in I would say, in a format that works for you. So if you're the type of person that's a little bit more detailed and analytical, a little bit like myself, a calendar is your best friend. I have boards where I post different things to kind of give myself motivation. Important dates I kind of write down. Now, do I stick with it all the time? No, I don't. I'm not always able to do that. But it also kind of gives me back on point, back on track if I'm falling off of it, because I can visually see it. And it's a reminder, So sometimes you just have to make those adjustments. Excuse me, my sinuses is like backed up, but I wanted to make sure that I get these videos out. But yeah, sometimes you just have to make the necessary adjustments. Sometimes you have to make the necessary adjustments for you to do what you have to do to be successful. And your route and routine and process, the way you do things, it might not be the same as everybody else. So find your process. And you are, you've made it to the first semester, you're in your courses. And I mean, right now I would say take it all in. You're going to be feeling so empowered because, for one, you're around like-minded people. Yeah, but you're going to be feeling so inspired. You're going to be around people like, they're going to be just excited as you, if not more, about social and economic justice, environmental justice. You're going to be finding out different things about the field that you didn't know about. You're going to be exposed to so much stuff. So you're going to be inspired. You're going to be empowered as a student, And I say welcome that. You're going to be learning a lot of material about a lot of different things. Depending on what program you're in, it may be at a higher or accelerated rate. But I say welcome all of that learning. That's what you're here for. You have what it takes. You made it this far, so you're going to make it through. You're going to make it through. You're not going to always feel that you can, but know that you can. Even if you don't feel like it, know that you can. So I just wanted to offer that to you and just tell you congratulations on a job well done. You're at your first semester of grad school. Okay, wait. Just close your eyes and just take that in. You've applied, you followed all that process. You had to wait. Hopefully you had to wait a long time to find out that you got accepted. You have that letter, you got all your acceptance information, and then you got all your information about when you're starting your coursework, and you're there. So you're in it to win it. Just take it in, learn the material, learn what you love, learn what you're liking. Because like I said, right now you're going to be growing. Your minds is being exposed to a lot more different theories and a lot more practice skills. It's at a higher level at this point. So if your undergrad may be in a completely different field. So especially if you're in a completely different field like business or art or any other field outside of human services or social work, these concepts are completely different for you. Just with the National Association of Social Work Code of Ethics, that's like, okay, what is that? Competencies, what is that? Values, what is that? Service learning, what is, So a lot of that is going to be new concepts to you. So take it in. And I will also add to this too, even if you do have a background in social work, you're still going to be introduced to a more in-depth learning experience. So take that in and don't beat yourself up for what you don't know. There's going to be new things that you felt like, well, I know a little bit about that, or I thought I should have known that, and you don't know it. So we're not here to be negative. You made it to grad school. You have, look. You right there. Yeah, you see my big old finger? Is that annoying? I want it to I want you to get it. You have what it takes. So just know that, you have what it takes, and you're going to do it. And I want you to comment below to let me know if these were really helpful at all, if possible. Let me know how your first semester is going. What things are you having a challenge with? What things are you loving? How do you feel? Do you feel like you got it? You got all of what you need. You're on top of it. You're ready to go. So yeah, let me know what this video did for you, if it was helpful. And if you have any suggestions for anything else social work related, I am in my MSW program. I'm at the latter part of it. I graduated in May. This is January, and I'm just I'm excited about it. I really am. I haven't been excited the whole time, everything that I do, but yeah, overall I'm excited because I have what it takes, But yeah, we are rocking it out. We're in a profession that helps the most vulnerable and marginalized people, and we do it in such a holistic approach and way. The field of social work is so huge, so you are so needed. So what you are doing right now is investing in yourself. I know sometimes it feels like the sacrifice isn't worth it, but it is so worth it. And you're so worth it. And the people that's going to need you, they're going to be worth it, So just keep that in mind, try to look at the bigger spectrum of everything. But yeah, hopefully that worked. But just remember to take care of yourself during your process. Okay? See you later.